not for me. Our love was out to get me. That's the way it seemed. Disappointment haunted all my dreams. Then I saw not a trace of doubt in my mind. I'm in love. I'm a believer. I couldn't leave her if I tried.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Houston EV Hub for July 16th. My daughter Sharon's 27th birthday. She's here in the studio with us, as is my wife Jane, who will be participating in Zip and Zap today. We also have Ken Sheldon sitting here with us. Thanks for showing up in the studio. It's always fun to have people here in person. And we have a remote guest, Laurent Frugier. Forgive me if I mispronounced that, but we're going to get to you in a minute. This is Houston EV Hub here on KPFT 90.1 FM, also live on kpft.org, and for 60 days in the archive at kpft.org. So the music you heard was I'm a Believer by the Monkees, and it's talking about I couldn't leave her if I tried. Well, a lot of us love our old cars, and we want them to be electric. So we found ways to convert them, and that's what our show is about today. We're here with Colin Lowen, our producer.
Good morning.
Tell us how to get more information about our organization.
Go to HoustonEVA.org. You can connect with us. Facebook page. We've got a Brews and Batteries coming up Sunday. We have meetings regularly, events. HoustonEVA.org.
And Susie Lovejoy is also here to portray, as only she can do, Zap to my Zip. And she's also a panelist to chime in. And we start with Colin's cool fact.
All right. Today's fact is the average U.S. driver travels 37 miles a day. If you plug an EV into a 110-volt outlet while you sleep, you can get around 40 miles of range overnight. That's right. You may not need a 240-volt outlet at home. 120 is usually is enough for many drivers. I had a plug-in hybrid, the Chevy Volt, that would go 50 miles before turning on the gas engine. I put gas in it once a year. And when I road trip, I take along the portable charger. And if I haven't reserved a hotel or VRBO with a charger, which is easily done, I can always use a simple outlet. When on the road, I use the ABC rule. Always be charging.
Yes, and sometimes that's a challenge, but it's an adventure to drive electric cars, and that's part of the fun. But Susie is prepared with this week's electric question.
Hello, David. Thank you so much.
Yes.
My question is this. I'm a newbie, and my question relates to both what Colin said and what the speaker is going to talk about. How do you prepare for an EV trip? How do you make sure you have time to charge, and what if you get stuck?
And if anyone has the answer to that question, please call in to 713-526-5738 and push 2, and we'll talk to you about it. If no one supplies that answer, I'm sure among the three of us experienced electric drivers, we can help you out. But I've been thinking about the cars that I've driven in my 56 or so years of driving, and I've been fond of all of them. Our personal family autos, 56 Chevy that is now a classic, of course, an antique, and I got a 54 Ford Custom Line as my high school graduation gift from my parents. There's a long story about that. We paid $300 for it, and 55 years later, or 50 or so years later, I sold it back to the friend who sold it to me in high school for $5,400. So that was a good investment, though, and I drove it for a number of years. But people who are doing conversions are fond of these older cars or any style of car. I've thought that maybe EV hot rods would be a thing, and it probably already is.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to be talking with our first guest, Laurent Frugier. And please correct me, Laurent, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Thank you for having me on the show.
How did I do
Hello.
on your name?
It's pretty good, actually. Well, you can say Laurent.
Uh-huh.
Frugier is a bit more complicated, even for French people, actually.
Okay.
Frugier. Yeah.
So Laurent is in the business, I should call it, of matching people and their projects with the people who can do the conversions. And over the years, the process of doing that has become quite refined. I'll let you tell us about what you're involved in yourself. Go ahead, Laurent.
Well, you've done a great job pitching what Fuel2Electric is. But what we do is we basically are the Airbnb of EV conversion. So we have a network of professionals, 102 vendors in North America, some people in England, and one in Australia. So if you want to convert your classic car, or if you want a shop to convert it for you, or if you have a fleet, or if you want to buy one that has been converted already, you can reach out to us and we connect you with the right people.
And how
That's essentially what we do.
how do we connect?
You go on the fuel2electric.com, fuel2electric.com, the number 2, actually. And there's a form, very quick, something like 5 questions to understand what's your car. If you have a car, we can also source the car for you. And most of the time, people have the car. They have a special connection with a classic, just what you said, David, right before. And they want to keep it alive. They want to drive it daily. They want it to be reliable. And because of that kind of radio shows, they hear about it and they do understand, wow, that's a good idea. Why don't we get the best of both worlds? So you get the classic, you get the electric, and it's quite a thrill. I can tell you that.
I was just going to say that I had a 72 Austin Mini Traveler, and that was a classic car my uncle rebuilt, and you could leave it in the garage for a month, and every time you went to use it, the carburetor was a problem. And so that would be one of my cars that I would want to convert. So but you also have assistance for DIY, right?
Yeah, we have 4 types of EV conversion enthusiasts. We have the DIYers, so we help them design exactly what they want, because some people, they just reach out. It's pretty expensive. EV conversion is not cheap. It starts at $17,000 to get let's say a Beetle, a classic Beetle, electrified. So they reach out to us, and we can talk about the constraints. So mainly budget.
And as I said, sorry, Laurent.
Yeah.
As I said, I had a 54 Ford Custom Line. I had a 1989 Chevrolet Caprice. And of course, when I started driving electric, it went through my head to think, well, could these be converted? But it seems like those are very heavy cars. What are the problems that you encounter with trying to convert old cars like that?
So the main one is education. So people need to understand that EV conversion is not something coming out of weird scientist people that just plays the Frankenstein style of build. It's really, even though we are missing some standards, it's been done for many years, and the improvements that companies like Tesla's or Rivian or many others, actually Stellantis, Ford, whatever you name them, they all have electrified some of their vehicle, and there is a number of motors, inverters, battery technology has evolved in a huge manner the last 10 years. So we're not talking about crazy people doing stuff in their garage. We're talking about professionals building kits with components that they integrate together, test, and now we are more in the transition from one-off builds to replication of and using kits that now are available. So cost is one thing.
I reviewed a presentation that you made to Houston Electric Vehicle Association, and you showed the evolution of how this process works. Your early versions of converting cars that were rather simple looking and using big batteries, and now the very slick kits that you offer, or even ready-made cars that have already been converted.
You've been looking at that Fiat.
I'm especially interested in the Fiat Spider.
The Fiat is crazy good. It's been restored from A to Z. It's an OEM kind of vehicle.
Yeah.
It's perfect in every ways. The suspension, the brakes, obviously the power. It's the torque that comes with it. It's been designed and it's been converted by a very famous company. It's called Electric GT. Actually, they have been acquired by Tremec a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years now. So you see, Tremec is a big company, and they absorbed Electric GT. So there is a future for EV conversion, and that's one of the examples.
Well,
and this car is really amazing.
Well, I'm always looking down when I walk, and if I come across $50,000 in the street.
But as the gentleman pointed out, the price of these endeavors has really dropped. He mentioned that the cost of batteries and equipment has dropped in the last 10 years, and previous to that, it had dropped even more. When I first started my conversion, it was a big battery challenge. That was the real expense. And fast forward about 10 years, and I think I spent about half of the original cost of the battery on the most recent upgrade. So yeah, I would expect that technology to continue to evolve and some of the prices to continue to drop.
And this is Ken Sheldon talking to us, who's going to join us a little later and talk about his conversion project of a 1959.
That's right, 1959.
Austin Healy Sprite.
That's right.
Oh, beautiful.
But stay with us, Laurent. We want your input as we go along and when Ken joins us later. But now we're going to go to Fun with Zip and Zap. And I think we have some music for that. Music number 2.
From Pasadena. Go, Granny, go, Granny, go, Granny, go. Got a pretty little flower bed of white gardenias. Go, Granny, go, Granny, go, Granny, go. We parked in a rickety old garage is a brand new shiny red super stock car. And every there's nobody meaner than lady from Pasadena. Drives real fast.
Today's episode, Back to the Past. Look, Zap, that person is trying to wave us down. Should we stop?
Oh, it's probably some other admirer of our old car. Sometimes people make ridiculously low offers for it, saying things like, I'll give you $300 for it right now. Let's see what she wants.
Can we help you?
Hi, I was just admiring your beautiful old car. If I'm not mistaken, it's a 1956 Chevrolet two-tone Bel Air sedan with that relatively new 265 cubic inch V8 engine delivering a 205 horsepower at 360 RPM.
What? That's low. Don't you mean 3,600?
Oh, yeah, 3,600 RPM. It even came with an optional 2-speed automatic transmission.
Wow.
These babies weigh about 3,230 pounds and even had a clock. Can you imagine that? They only made about 103,602 of them. Doesn't it have a 4-barrel carburetor?
Wow, you sure know a lot about these cars.
Well, our family used to have one, a pretty blue and white one just like yours. I had my first driving lesson in it.
Would you like to look under the hood, for old time's sake?
Would I ever? It was kind of tricky finding where to put the gas. The filler was kind of hidden beneath the taillights.
No worry with this one. Go on, Zip. Raise the hood.
Wait a minute. Where's the motor? What is all this stuff?
Well, our car may look old-fashioned, but it's up to date. We wanted to keep the beauty of this old design, but make it more environmentally responsible, so we converted it to all electric.
Zip is right. It's quite powerful, and you won't have to worry about finding that gas cap. There isn't one.
Well, I never. What do they think of next?
But this kind of thing isn't that new, really. You wouldn't by any chance have been living under a rock?
I beg your pardon?
Oh, don't mind Zip. Kind of a brain-to-mouth type.
Yeah, please forgive me. Can we give you a ride?
Sounds like fun. Can I drive?
Since this is fiction, sure, drive.
My, it's so quiet. And woohoo! That acceleration is incredible. Mind if I take a few laps around this convenient racetrack?
Why not? After a few harrowing laps.
Wow, that was exhilarating. I'll give you $300 for it right now.
Since we paid $30,000 for the conversion to electric, we're going to keep it for a good long while. But we're glad you enjoyed it. Can we drop you any place?
Yes, right up here at that old-timey horse and buggy maker. Time travel certainly takes me to some interesting eras. Bye now.
Did you hear what I heard?
Maybe, but let's look for some good vegan restaurants and try to forget all about that. Besides, eating vegan is environmentally responsible too. I'm starving.
I'm hungry too, but I'm not starving.
Just a figure of speech, Zip.
I mean, I'd have to go a long time without food before I would call it starving.
Okay, let the nice people cheer now, Zip.
All right, but really, I'm not technically starving.
Ugh. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you to Jane Lowy
Yay, Jane.
as bystander, the little old lady from Pasadena. All right. Okay, we'll get Ken back here and rejoin our discussion. Laurent, are you still with us?
I'm here. I was listening.
Good. Good. Well, Ken Sheldon is back, and please tell us about your project, Ken.
So my project started as a 1959 Austin Healy Sprite. It's a little two-seater British convertible, and I'm quite fond of the little old British cars, Austin, MG, that line of things. And what's happened to it from a transformation standpoint is that the engine comes out, the transmission comes out. Where the transmission was is a big electric motor connected to the existing drivetrain. And then the bigger challenge after that is where to put all of the battery. When I first acquired the car, the project was mostly completed. I was already familiar with the particular electronics, so I knew what I was getting into. But I did not expect to spend as much as I did replacing batteries, so there was a lot of that. And what I've done most recently is to replace the battery with some repurposed modules out of a Tesla Model S, and that's given me a battery capacity similar to what was in the commercial electric vehicles a few years ago. It's about 30 kilowatt hours, and I have a range of about 100 miles. Which, as Colin mentioned, is more than what I would typically drive in a day. I commute to work. It's about a 25-mile round trip. I drive around town, have a little bit of fun. Maybe I'll put 60 miles on it, but I rarely put more than that on it before I have the opportunity to recharge.
And go ahead.
Ken, does it have regen?
Mine does not. Mine is low-tech, older technology. It's what's called a series-wound DC motor.
Laurent, is regen, is that rare in conversions?
No, it comes with now. It comes with all the kits.
Okay,
So
it's common
really
in the
something.
kits.
Yeah,
Okay,
very common. It is something you get by default.
yes, sir. Regen is the when you slow down, there's power going back into the battery. That's what we're
Yeah,
talking about here.
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, when braking, all the power you get from braking goes back to the battery, just like modern cars.
And where,
Exactly the same.
where do you charge, Ken?
I charge at home. I charge in the garage. I have a 220 volt outlet, and the car has an onboard charger that connects to that.
And what kind of connector do you use if you're out in public?
I've got a couple of adapters that I would use. So I can use a 110 outlet like what you have in your garage or your house at home, or I can use a higher power outlet if that's available.
Yeah. And how long does it take to charge your setup?
It will charge fully in a few hours. Certainly more than enough time overnight would bring it back up to 100%.
Do you have another car, another electric?
I've had another electric car. I had a Nissan Leaf for a while, and that was a lot of fun. But this is the only electric car that we have right now.
So you have others.
It's a symptom of something. Yes.
Well, recently I put gas in a car. We were moving, and I rented a cargo van, and I felt so horrible doing it. You know, the smell of it and the very idea of it, I was ashamed.
Yeah, the trauma is lasting apparently.
It is. It's good filler for the show.
We don't need any filler. I got more questions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, Laurent, when it comes to, I noticed that you've got some commercial vehicles on your website also.
Yeah, so we do have some solutions for fleet owners or fleet managers. We are obviously working with them to convert their existing fleet, but we also have Ford Traffics and other vehicles that are available for sale that have been converted with low mileage. Yeah.
And so the idea is that at the commercial level, conversion makes some sense.
Well, it does if mostly for last mile transportation and also public transportation. Like we work with a company called Repower, and they do convert F350 and F450, and especially shuttle buses, like for 16 passengers shuttle buses. The main advantage for EV conversion for professionals is you keep all the upfit. So if you have any special equipment on your truck or your van, then you can keep them. And these stuff are really expensive. So it's either you buy a brand new gas version of it and you pay for the upfits, or if it exists, you buy the electric version of it, but then you pay for the upfits, or you decide that your vehicle is in good condition and it's just a matter of removing the drivetrain, replacing with an electric motor, and replacing the gas engine with a battery pack.
I don't know. I don't know if you've seen the movie Corvette Summer. A car maintenance class from high school goes to the junkyard and finds a really battered up Corvette. It's just a shell. I mean, would anybody do that? Go find a car they like and then fit it up for electric?
Oh yeah, sure.
That's the best.
Well, I don't know about the Corvette, and there are many generations of them, but some of them are really you wouldn't touch them other than for resto mode, but some others you would definitely take them. Well, people have done it for Corvette. I'm thinking about Tony Hawk, the professional skater. He converted his Corvette, I think it's a Stingray, with EV West, one of the vendors at Fuel2Electric. So many Corvettes have been converted, and yes, people love, especially DIYers. They would find a car the right donor, and just build it from A to Z. So it's just a matter of having something on just finding the shell,
Right.
to host the perfect project.
Well, Ken-
that's the
So my experience has been that working on the old cars, conversion to electric is more complicated than just swapping out an engine or transmission, but less complicated than building or maintaining a race car. So if those are the types of activities that are familiar to you, and certainly an automotive training class would be possessing those skill sets, it's really not that big a step to go from full frame-up restoration to a customized version with an electric drivetrain.
As amazed as I am by the number of companies that have gotten into making electric vehicles, it's more surprising to me that individuals take on this technology and apply it themselves. Would you consider your project finished? Are you still working on it?
It's the longest running science fair project that I have ever started.
Well, Ken, go ahead.
Well, at least when you go out in the garage and get in it, it's going to run. I mean, that is the main reason for doing this, is you get to keep your beautiful car, and I've driven it. Yep. It is beautiful. Yep. But you don't have to worry about, well, is it the carburetor gummed up?
I never have to worry about the fuel getting turned into varnish. I never have to worry about whether the choke is going to work. Is it going to start? It always starts.
So I think we need to answer Susie's question now. Remind us again what it was.
How do you prepare for your electric vehicle charging? How do you time it? What if you get stuck? I think you did answer it a little earlier.
Oh, we did?
Uh-huh.
Well, the main thing is to plan ahead, and there are several software packages online, PlugShare, Google, and that will help you with that planning. A Better Route Planner is one of our favorites because one of the local people comes to our meetings. So one of the developers of that, A Better Route Planner, is really good.
We're running out of time. I want to thank Laurent Frugier and Ken Sheldon for graciously agreeing to appear here. Ken, I personally would like you to be here almost every week. You have a great radio voice.
Amen.
Well, thank you for that.
And I'm sure you could add a lot to our show. Susie has joined the group. And now you've been listening to Houston EV Hub here on KPFT 90.1 FM. And thanks to Ken, Laurent, Colin.
That's me. Yeah, HoustonEVA.org. Connect with us.
And Susie Lovejoy and Jane Lowy. Happy birthday, Saren.
Happy birthday.
And now here's my wife, Jane, and I singing.
There's a line on the ground that'll take you anywhere. If you want to go somewhere in particular, you gotta follow the right line. But there's a line on the ground most places, and we're gonna follow that line to whatever we might find, though it might not be just what we were expecting. There's just no point directing that line on the ground. If you let it, it just might take you anywhere. If you let it, it just might take you anywhere.
The Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council present the story of Tom and Levi.